Ready for a show today? That's right, they're backstage, they can hear you. Who's ready for a show today? Then please put your hands together and welcome to the stage from Popverse. Give it up for your moderator, Ashley.
Hello, Emerald City Comic-Con! Are you ready to see two of the sexiest and also scariest soups around? All right, I need a nice loud welcome for the stars of the boys, Laz Alonso and Karl Urban! Come on, gotta keep it going. Let's go! I feel like we're so far apart.
Right? It's the biggest couch in the world.
Right?
Well,
How you guys doing? You good?
Yeah.
It's great to be here.
now, beautiful friends, this is your experience as much as it is our experience. We want to answer as many of your questions as possible, so please politely, without throwing elbows, if you have a question, start making your way to the microphones, and we'll get to your questions as soon as we can. Beautiful friends, welcome to Emerald City Comic-Con.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
What has it been like being here with all the fans as the trailer dropped for season 5?
Wow. I mean, I guess this is our first real interaction with you guys since it's dropped. What do you think? Come on, are we talking peak TV or what?
Is there anything that we're surprised made it into the trailer?
As far as the trailer is concerned, we got to watch it for the first time yesterday as well. So we were on the edge of our seats. One thing that I can say is that it didn't give away anything for season 5. They somehow mastered masking and hiding everything you're about to see, which is going to be a lot this season. Yeah.
And I think sets a good precedent for how this panel's going to go. All right, let's start on this side. Lovely friend, would you tell me what is your name, where are you from, and what is your question?
Hello, my name is Dan. I'm from the Portland area. My question is for Karl. How was it getting to be able to play Johnny Cage, and how much of playing Billy bled into the role of Johnny?
Ooh.
Oh, wow, thank you. How was it playing Johnny Cage? It was a fantastic experience. Like, I am so excited for you guys to see Mortal Kombat 2. And we showed a little bit of it at New York Comic Con, and I've never experienced anything like it in terms of crowd reaction response. I think you're going to be happy. I think that it's probably, to my mind, the best video game adaptation that's gone to film yet. So, I mean, because let's be honest, there's been a few that haven't quite fired, but this one fires, and it fires in a really good way. So I can't wait for you all to see it. And as for if any of Billy bled into Johnny, no, not at all, completely. I think when you go, like, I would have failed my job. If you go to the cinema and you're seeing Billy Butcher, that's not good. So, guarantee that won't happen.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank you. What a great first question.
That light is so bright, by the way, so.
You look great.
Oh, thank you.
Would you please tell us what is your name, where are you from, and what is your question?
I'm Marianne. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
Ooh.
And
Yeah, Ohio. Love is blind.
You have to say O-H.
O-H.
I-O. Laz, I met you at a meet and greet in New Jersey, and you told me the wildest practical prank stories from the season you were on with the boys. One involved Karl with fireworks in Chase Crawford's apartment or something like that. So, it was great. So what I was asking is for season 5, where you guys were on set, what is both of your, like, what would be the best prank?
I don't think we had time for pranks this season, did we, Karl?
We did not have time for pranks.
Yeah, this season was so crammed with work. We shot in the middle of Toronto winter. outdoors. All the misery you see in our faces is not acting, it's actual misery. And thank God I had this guy here to complain to, because he was my sounding board whenever I was pissed. But yeah, I mean, I think we took it we played fair this season, right? We were pretty nice to each other.
Yeah, we did. It was, it was just to keep the morale up. When you're shooting outside and it's, below zero, it's, you're just focusing on keeping warm, But that was a good night at Chase's apartment.
Yeah, it was a great story, Laz. Thanks.
Now everybody has something to ask when they come up to your table or when they get photos and autos later.
What happened at Chase's party?
It was the one time the cops came out, not for the black guy.
All right, back over to this side. What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
Hi, my name is Kylie. I'm actually from the Linwood area, so just 30 minutes north. This is more of a comment and a question for Karl. Number one, I actually know you more from Lord of the Rings as Éomer. And number two, I'm actually curious because, I have seen clips of The Boys show. Would you say working on The Boys has been more difficult, or was Lord of the Rings more difficult?
Ooh.
In terms of what?
Just more of learning lines or any weather conditions or anything, like how many hours you put into a day or.
Yeah, I mean, listen, fundamentally the job is the same. I guess, when I think back to Lord of the Rings, it was very, very early on in my career, and I remember going to set the first day, and the biggest challenge was managing my nerves. You're walking onto the biggest film on the planet. There is literally a cast of, 200 guys dressed as orcs, and you're thrown right into the middle, and you're putting the armor on, and you've got a sword, and you're on horseback, and they put the camera on you, and you're doing everything you can just try to not get fired at this point. But that was it was such an important experience for me as a young actor, working with the likes of Sir Peter Jackson, Ian McKellen, and Viggo Mortensen, and seeing those guys and how they would approach their work. And then, fast forward to The Boys, a lot of what I guess I learned on Lord of the Rings, I was able to apply to The Boys. And, the thing that they both have in common was the strength of unity of those casts. I'm super tight with The Boys cast. We've been through 5 seasons of hell and back, and it was very similar on Lord of the Rings as well.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. And Laz, I imagine you would have had a similar experience working on Avatar as well, where it's very demanding. And
For sure. Very similar to what Karl said. It was also very early on in my career, biggest movie I had done to date. And you're on set trying to, embody the character and do everything you were hired to do, but inside you're like a kid watching it as well, and you can't believe you're there. It's the fanboy in me. Working with James Cameron was definitely, on pins and needles. That was definitely a bucket list item.
Nice. All right, this side. What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
My name's Terry. I'm from the Linwood area, much like her.
Woo.
Thank you guys for coming out here.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
My question is, going over all of the seasons, what was the funniest thing that happened on set, whether it was planned or unplanned?
Oh man, it's very difficult to pick one.
That's fine. Just do
I
like
remember,
5 or 6.
All right, I'll do a couple. Okay, one, we were shooting a sequence in the parking lot. They built a cave sequence. You remember Jack trying to eat a taco in the wind?
No.
No. I've got these photos of Jack Quaid trying to eat a taco in the wind, and it's flying everywhere, and he's uncoordinated, and we're all laughing and taking photos and taking the piss. That was fun. Laz discovering that he was going to have a giant penis wrapped around his neck was that was fun, because we were all sitting in the back of the van, and we were shooting the sequence. We were waiting for them to get ready to shoot. And I don't remember how it came out, but it was just like, oh man, did you see the latest draft? And like, and Tamir pipes up and goes, yeah. And I'm like, dude, Laz, can you believe you get a dick wrapped around your neck? And of course we're giving each other shit all the time. So he's like, oh man, you're bullshitting. I'm not buying it. And we're like, no, dude, it's true. There's a giant penis that gets wrapped around your neck. He's like, bullshit. I mean, go read the script, because he hadn't read the latest draft, because, we would get drafts every other day, a new draft would come through. And so he goes off to the first AD and he gets the copy of the script, and he comes back and he's like, oh man, like, fuck, this was you set me up. And he that it was me.
It was totally him. It was totally him.
I've also, Les, I've heard you say that if Eric Kripke knows that something grosses you out, he will put it in the script.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Totally.
Yeah, once Kripke figured out that I don't like being covered in stuff, I like being clean, MM now became dirty for the rest of the series. So expect me to be very dirty in season 5.
Ooh. Thank you, friend, for your question. Jason Todd, what is your name, where are you from, and what is your question?
Hi, I'm AJ, and I'm from here, Seattle, and I was wondering, what was it like filming the scenes with Kimiko now that she can talk again in season 5?
Ooh, that's a great question. It's so tough to answer this question. It was almost like having a new actor on set. Because now, as you'll see when the show comes out, her means of communication is no longer between her and Tommy, Tomer, who plays Frenchie. It's now, we're all in on it. And there was always a certain level of us trying to figure out what she was saying before, because he had the key to the conversation. And he used to translate for us. So it did change the dynamic. That's actually a very fair question, because it definitely gave us all some readjusting to do as far as the dynamic that we have. One thing that I loved about this cast is that we all developed this language that we didn't have to articulate verbally. The minute we stepped on stage, we'd read a scene, we'd go on stage to rehearse it, and it was almost like I knew where Karl was going to go in the scene. He knew where I was going to go. We all we never got in each other's way, and it was like a dance. It was like a choreographed dance where, we really work well together as a unit, and that was part of it as well. It was the nonverbal communication that she had. Once that shifted, we all had to kind of make adjustments. Would you say that's fair?
Yeah, no, 100%. I think it was fun from a standpoint of it revitalized the energy within the core group, because all of a sudden there's a new element contributing in the decision-making process, and seeing her character shine and hearing her articulate her points of view, and quite often they were so left field. So you guys are in for a real treat. She's a firecracker this season.
Yeah. One thing I will say is her lines are amazing this season. Yeah.
Great question. Thank you so much. This side, what is your name, where are you from, and what is your question?
I'm Lucas. I'm from Chilliwack, British Columbia.
Hey, me, my fellow Canadian. Sorry.
My question is for Karl, but Laz, I just wanted to say I loved you in Fast and the Furious. You were
Thank
great.
you, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Karl, I got to know you from the Chronicles of Riddick as Vodko, and so I was curious, will you be back, because they had you around in the last movie?
I don't know. Are they making another one?
I mean, Vin Diesel's always game.
Yeah, it is true. You know what? If it was the right opportunity and the right script and the right timing, I'd love to go back and play with those guys. I had a lot of fun working with Vin and Dave Toohey, and it's a fun universe to work in. So yeah, I'm always down.
Would you reprise your role as Cupid in Hercules? Instagram loves that photo, I have to ask.
Would I? I'm just like, there's a lot of work at the gym. Sure, why not?
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Nightwing, what is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
Hey, my name is Tommy from Los Angeles, California. And so I'm a big fan of crossovers, and I was wondering if intellectual property laws did not exist, are there any characters that you wish that your character could have interacted with on the show? Or like, for example, you're watching Suicide Squad or Avengers, and you thought in your head, man, I could take that soup.
Right.
I mean, the two of them, I think, could take any mainstream superhero, Marvel or DC.
Who would you take out?
Take out? I don't know. I mean,
The guy with the bow and arrow in the Marvel world. What that dude? He looks like an easy takedown, right?
yeah. I mean, that's a tough one. You know, I would have liked to, I guess, maybe cross over some characters that had to do with Mother's Milk and in Harlem. You know, so any characters that would be up there in, like, you know, that part of town, and like we can bring that a little more to that mythology, that would be fun.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
Hello, yes, I'm John. I'm from Tacoma, way of Louisville, Kentucky.
Woo.
With the comic book, are there any like storylines or characters you would have liked to have seen in the show, but just, you know, wasn't able to make it?
Great question.
That is a great question. Yeah, I've got one. In the comic books, Butcher blows up a jet by planting an explosive device in a vibrator. I would have liked to see Butcher do that in the show. Sadly, that did not happen. I get why. We already had one exploding jet in the Homelander part of the show in season 1, so maybe too many jets exploding. But I would love to have seen that. I think that shows a particular kind of acumen and smartness from Butcher to be able to do that, and that always struck me as something that would be particularly fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
Hi, my name's Madeline Smallwood. I'm from Seattle, and I did grow up with you as Amir, so I just saw you for the 20th anniversary in theaters. But my question is about your run as Dr. McCoy.
Yes.
Woo! Fantastic job in that role. I was curious if you had any lesser told stories, funny stories you could share with us from your time behind the scenes that you could share with us about your time in that role.
Lesser told stories. Well, it's funny. I probably shouldn't tell the story.
Well, now
Tell it.
This is bad.
I just saw 4
It's not
different
bad, but it's
cameras be lifted up.
All cameras are up. So on the first movie, we had all these briefings about the secrecy of our wardrobes and how we, couldn't. There's paparazzi everywhere. We can't get photographed wearing them. So to and from set, we had to wear cloaks. And it was just high level of security. Our scripts were all red with our names on them so they couldn't be photocopied. And the security was just off the Richter scale. And anyway, we were shooting one day out at a hangar in, I think it was Long Beach. And there's the sequence where we're all boarding shuttles to go up to the Enterprise, and I'm smuggling Kirk on. Anyway, Chris Pine was busting to go for a leak. He chose to go outside around the hangar and just have a quick waz, as you would, as we do. He got snapped by paparazzi doing this. So not only was he not cloaked, but Captain Kirk was all out there for the world to be seen. So there was a few phone calls made, and it managed to not see the light of day, thankfully. So there was that, and then there was another break in protocol where we got into this mad sort of dub smashing phase during the third movie, I think it was, and so the guys were all sending dub smashes around, and I wasn't getting them, and they said, we were all sitting around set one day, and someone was like, "Oh, Karl, I'm surprised you're not in on this dub smash thing. This is right up your alley." I'm like, what are you talking about? And he goes, "Well, the dub smashers have been sending, and they've been filming themselves in their full wardrobes, in their full uniforms, doing dub smashes, singing to songs, and sending them to my cell phone that was the one that the production gave me for the last movie, which I handed back." So there was some guy in Orange County getting all these dub smashes. So again, the production had to come in, he'd track that guy down, say, "Please don't, show the dub smashes to everyone." And yeah, so let's just say security wasn't our forte on Star Trek.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Mr. Urban. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Fabulous shirt. What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
Hi, my name is Rita. I'm from Seattle.
Ooh.
And I know this question has probably been asked a million times, but if you could be one of the other characters in The Boys, who would you be?
That's a great question.
I'll be honest. I used to really try to answer that question, and I never answered it honestly, because after so many seasons, I've been MM for 7 years of my life, now 8 pretty much, until this thing ends. I can't see myself being anybody else, nor do I even want to be completely 100% honest with you. I just love this character so much, and I really got to know him on a very intimate and personal level, and yeah, no other character really, I don't think I would do it any justice, Yeah,
I totally agree. But that being said, yeah, MM, I'd do MM, for sure. No.
A better MM?
My version of it, no.
And I
It's
think
impossible.
we can all agree you'd both look great as Starlight, so.
Right.
Thank you. What is your name, where are you from, and what is your question?
Hi, I'm Aaron. I'm from Linwood, Washington. This is a question for Mr. Laz. My favorite soup is actually love sausage, and I've enjoyed every time he's.
Of course it is.
I've enjoyed every time he's wrapped his dick around you. So I want to know because
Are you cosplaying as Love Sausage?
That was the plan, bro. So every time he's caught you by surprise, I want to know if there's anything in this season where you catch Love Sausage by surprise.
Ooh.
So I cannot answer that question. But by me not answering that question, I kind of have answered that question. Remember, this season is the finale.
Yeah.
So don't miss an episode.
I don't plan to, man.
There you go. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Thank you, and thank you for creating the breakout news headline of this panel. Over to this side, what is your name, where are you from, and what is your question?
Name is Nate from Tacoma. First and foremost, Laz, I just have to say I love every hip-hop shirt that you show up with as MM. Every single time you pop out with it, thank you. My question would be it's for the both of y'all, with the show and the story like The Boys being the commentary that it is, as you get to this last season, Love Sausage aside, was there ever a point in time where you're like, oh, we can't go this far? Or now that you've gotten to the last season, do you all feel that maybe we haven't gone far enough?
No, I mean, it's a question that we still talk about to this day.
Gotcha.
Because, there's a dance. When you're storytelling, you want to hold the mirror up, especially the type of show that we are. You want to hold the mirror up to society and say, hey, guys, are we going too far? Are we going too far as a community? But at the same time, you don't want to become preachy or heavy-handed. So it is something that, you know, I mean, shit, Carl and I were at dinner last night and we had the same conversation. You know, it's wild that we're ending during a time when there's so much material to keep going for.
Man.
So much great, I mean, unfortunately, I wouldn't call it great, but so much material to continue to, you know, remind society of where we are and where we don't want to end up. I don't know, man. Do you have anything to add to it, do you think?
Not really. I mean, I just feel that, you know, The Boys came along just at the right time, really, where it was able to push the limits and boundaries of what had been seen previously on television. With the advent of streaming, you know, we could suddenly do things that would never be allowed to do on the network. So Eric Kripke took that ball and he fucking ran with it. But at the same sense, you know, you want to be careful that you don't get caught in the trap of just being shocking for the sake of being shocking. You know, it's got to be, you know, have value and be relevant to the story. And by and large, I think that the writers did a really quite good job of maintaining both. You know, I mean, smashing a speedboat through a whale. Like, when I first read that, I was like mortified. Like, I'm going to have PETA, I'm going to have Greenpeace, like, save the whales. I'll be the face of, you know, everything that is, you know, vilified about, the current state of, you know, lack of consideration for the environment. You know what? The way it was handled and executed, and in the context of the show, we somehow managed to get away with it. So, yeah. But you're in for a lot more of that shit this season.
Thank you so much. What is your name? Where are you from? What is your question?
Hi, my name is Maya. I'm from Spokane. And my question is, what's y'all's favorite death in The Boys?
Oh, what a great question.
I can answer that because I felt so bad for the guy. When this guy smashes Mesmer's head in the toilet seat, like 15 times. I studied that. Like, I was like, wow. Just like looking at his eyes, he just looked like he had completely blacked out. I was like, that's a acting class right there. As an actor, I love that scene, like, just to study it from a performance perspective.
Mine would be when Popclaw was riding on top of that guy's face. Death by Cunnilingus, I think it's called. I mean, that's so unique. If I had to pick one.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ooh, nice suit. What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
Hello, y'all. My name is Zach. I'm from Spokane by way of Arizona.
Hey.
And I just wanted to ask for both of y'all, two-parter. Mr. Urban, one of my favorite films of yours is from Judge Dredd, the Dredd remake. We're all clamoring for more, but regardless, was it your idea to keep the helmet on, and did you get to ride the motorcycle yourself? And secondly, with The Boys, what is it like with the fight choreography in a film, in a show so heavy with it?
Okay. Dredd having his helmet on was always in the script. And, you know, I didn't read too many graphic novels when I was a kid, but Dredd actually was one that I did read. And so, to my mind, if I had read a script and, you know, saw that Dredd took his helmet off, I wouldn't have done it because that version A had already been done, but B, it wasn't true to the character that Wagner had created. And if Dredd ever did take his helmet off, you only really got to see like a side profile or some slither. You know, that enigma is part of the character. It's the sort of faceless system of justice. That's what it's supposed to represent. And yes, I did get to drive the Lawmaster, and that was a hell of a bitch to ride. The turning radius was impossible, but it looks cool as fuck on screen. So, you know, I did not get to keep that bike, sadly, but it was a lot of fun. And the stunt, for the stunt choreography in the show, wow. Well, we're blessed. We've got John Koyama and his team, who are Emmy Award winning, been recognized for their work on the show. And it's really kind of got to the point where, we work with them, but we do what they ask us to do, what they tell us to do, because they know what they're doing. And that's great to be able to have that weight lifted off the shoulders. You don't go in there and go, I want to change X, Y, and Z. They're open to that, but, you just trust in what they do, and they bring it. And the amount of, and particularly in season 5, like the amount of fights that are happening in season 5 is off the Richter scale. Like, this season tops anything that we've done previously in that department. So, yeah, you're in for a treat.
Thank you all both for coming.
Thank you so much. What is your name? Why is your hair so great? And what is your question?
Hi, I'm Stephanie. My hair is the Enid Sinclair from Wednesday. And like Laz, I am born and raised in DC. I live here now.
Yeah.
And my question is, this is the last season of The Boys, so Gen V have had appearances from cast members of The Boys. Is there another show coming up that's in the Boys universe?
There is. As you know, Jensen Ackles plays Soldier Boy, who, might I add, he was MM's real nemesis, okay? It wasn't Love Sausage. Somehow it became Love Sausage, and I take that personally because it was really supposed to be Jensen Ackles and Soldier Boy, and now all of a sudden, my destiny is to always be linked with Love Sausage. But I digress. So if you remember in season 2, Aya Cash played Liberty. Yeah. And they were the first soups that were created back in like the 20s and 30s in that era. So there is a spin-off coming of our show called Vault Rising, which is the prequel. And it kind of tells you like the beginning of how this whole thing started. And the clothes and the music and the politics and the jokes and the humor, it's all gonna be from back then. So just expect it be pretty raw. And that means a lot coming from a show like ours. So you got Gen V and you got Vault Rising, which are the two shows that are probably going to continue the legacy as we kind of finish our chapter in the storytelling.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Over on this side, what is your name, where are you from, and what is your question?
My name's Wayne. I'm from Brisbane, Australia.
Woo!
Now that The Boys is coming to an end, what was your favourite scene of the whole show that you got to shoot?
Wow, that's a good one. Well, there's so many. Very difficult to pick out one. But I will say...
Can I jump in real quick?
Yeah, you go.
Only because for the first time in my career, I watched, in this particular scene that became my favorite, I watched a lead actor of a show become the director of the show because the director of the show had a man crush on this guy. And it was the season 2, the whale episode. The guy that was directing the episode was this older gentleman who was an ex-stunt coordinator. He was so wild that he actually rented a helicopter for the scenes where we were on the water going after the whale. He was in a helicopter, strapped in, hanging out the helicopter, shooting it himself because he didn't want to miss this guy's close-ups. He was if somebody told me that he had a poster of Karl Urban in his trailer, I'd believe it. And I remember one day we were shooting in these tunnels, and he had a shot set up, And Karl was like, what if we tried it this way? And then the camera's behind me, and then I turn around, and then you can just push in on my face. And we can end.
This is fucking bullshit. This is.
And the guy looks, and the guy goes, that's what we're gonna do. That's brilliant. And then Karl looks over to me and he goes, he just gives me a wink. I just walked back to my chair. I was like, I give up. I give up. Yeah. So that episode, the whale episode, should have had him added to the credits as also director, Karl Urban.
I think there's a lot of artistic license taken with that story. The camera didn't come right in, it just sort of came. No, but you know, when you're working on a show, it is a collaborative process. And we're actually really blessed on this, like with actually having the ability to interact not only with our directors in a way that accommodates, you know, our ideas, but also with the showrunner. And you know, quite often what would happen is you'd get a script, and then, you know, Eric Kripke would say, okay, so just email me if you have any thoughts and ideas. And he would play best idea wins. So you'd get a script, you'd look at it, you'd write some thoughts and ideas down, you'd email it to him, and then he'd go, great, I'll take that, and that. This here is a good idea, but how about if we did this? And he'd build upon it. And you know, that to me is a rare luxury, that on this job, at all times, you were encouraged to play best idea wins, and you know, and even if people may necessarily weren't convinced that it was the best idea, we'd do it anyway just for shits and giggles to see if it would work. And quite often, the moments like that ended up in the show. The whole red pill, blue pill thing with Huey, that wasn't in the script in the very first season. That was something that I'd sort of thought that this whole sequence seemed like a bit like Snow White and The Matrix, and it's like going down the rabbit hole. And so, you know, for one take we improvised that, and they ended up putting it in the show. And it's just like we were so lucky to be in a creative environment that actually allowed people to be creative.
Yeah, even during a lot of stunt rehearsals.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of the beauties of our show, as Karl mentioned, is moments would come up in stunt rehearsals that were not scripted, but they're character beats that were either comedic or appropriate. And, you know, we'd run back after stunt rehearsal and pitch it to Kripke, or we would film the stunt rehearsal with the new beat added in, and then the stunt coordinator would send that into Kripke as a pitch, and it would quite often make the show and elevate the material. You know, so it was definitely a fun experience to be on something of this magnitude and be able to be a contributor to what ends up on screen that may not have been in the writer's room.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
My name is Amanda, and I'm from the Portland, Oregon area. I'm a newer fan of The Boys, and so it sounds like I have a lot to look forward to. But this question is actually...
What season are you up to? Are you up to date?
Maybe only 2.
Okay.
So yeah, I am behind. I'm working on it. But yeah, I wanted to ask Karl about Almost Human.
Yeah.
Because I love that show, and it broke my heart. It was canceled too soon, so I wanted to know if you had any fun stories about that show to help heal my heart from it.
Fun stories about Almost Human. Gee. Not really. Not really. I remember it being a difficult show to shoot in some ways, because originally when I signed on to it, it was kind of pitched to me like it was going to be, you know, a television version of kind of Blade Runner, these two buddy cops in the future, you know, and tonally it was a bit more serious. Well, we shot like a couple of episodes, and then suddenly like Fox, the network, saw it and went, yeah, this isn't quite what we want. You're giving us this Blade Runner thing. We want Starsky and Hutch. And so we stopped filming for a couple of weeks, and they rewrote a bunch of episodes, and then when we came back, tonally it was different, it was better. I think that the instinct was right. But consequently, we had to make up for lost time. So all of a sudden, we were shooting 6 days a week.
Wow.
And you know, when you're shooting in Canada, it starts off, it's a 12-hour day. Then you've got an hour for hair and makeup and wardrobe and all that sort of stuff, and travel. So quite often, you know, your days would get pushed out to easily 16-hour, 17-hour days. And by the end of that show, I was literally fried. I was exhausted, but I'm super proud of it, and I'm super proud that it found an audience, and you know, it would have been fun to continue that show, because I really kind of felt like we'd just tapped into what it was, and it was a shame that it didn't get a chance to go for another season. But
I'm a
thank
fan.
you. Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you. What is your name, where are you from, and what is your question?
Hi, I'm Charlie.
Oi, how's it going? All right?
What you eat? So my question is for the both of you. So there's a lot of scenes in The Boys that are like heavily reliant on CGI, or they're just like very awkward and uncomfortable, like the entirety of Herogasm. So my question for both of you is like, what was the most either uncomfortable or most awkward scene you guys had to film?
I like this better than favorite scene.
Well, I mean, Herogasm's a great example. I remember, Jensen tells this story great. He walked on set one day, they'd been shooting it for a couple of days, and he's looking over at one of the grips who's sitting on a dolly eating a sandwich, and he's just got this like 1,000-yard stare. And Jensen looks at him, and the guy looks at him and goes, "Dude, I've seen some shit." But yeah, like I remember going onto that set, and you know, it was post-COVID, you know, and everyone was very, you know, conscientious about not spreading germs and stuff. So I went over to sanitize my hands. It wasn't hand sanitizer in the pump bottle. It's like it's a TV show. You don't need to put real lube in the fucking props. Who does that? Oh, yeah, so that was special. Yeah, and then of course the fact that there's, you know, 50 people having sex everywhere, and you're not really kind of sure where you should. You didn't want to be seen to be looking at them, but it's hard to look anywhere else where they're fucking everywhere. That's an orgy, you know.
Yeah.
Or not. I'm not saying that you should not. I'm not. No judgment. That's your thing. Fucking Five Guys. Have you seen the Five Guys clip?
Laz,
by the way, I love Five Guys. Five Guys is now one of my favorite go-to burgers. It's the best. So anyway,
all the way.
Thank you for your question.
Do you get brought Five Guys as tribute at events like this? Do people just bring it up to the table? They're like, I brought this for you.
No, but that's a genius level idea.
Everyone here, you know what to do. What is your name, where are you from, and what is your question?
My name is Jalen Wilk. I'm from Redmond, Oregon. Woo! And my question for both of them is, what was that whale scene like in season 2, episode 2? I think it was, like the whole inside of it and the smell and etc.
How did it smell inside that?
Well, I could tell you, I was promised by Eric Kripke and the one of the producers that even though the whale was going to be 55 feet long, outside in the middle of summer, 97 degrees plus humidity, on a beach in Toronto, that the well would be air conditioned. They told me, don't worry about it. It's going to be air conditioned. We got, you know, hoses that are going to be piping in cold air. And so I'm like, cool. And when I get there and I'm inside the well, and the well's like 200 degrees, I'm like yelling for air conditioning, and all these people are laughing at me. And I'm like, I swear I'm not a diva actor. I'm just asking for what I was promised. They told me it was going to be air conditioning inside the whale. They're like, there's no air conditioning inside the whale. This is a set.
He's like losing his shit. He's like, can we get some air conditioning in the whale? Air conditioning in the whale. We were laughing our heads off.
They told me it was going to be air conditioned. Anyway, There was no air conditioning inside the whale.
But there was wasps.
Yes.
Because the wasps were attracted to the blood, which is sort of has
Syrup.
a syrup base. So it was a dangerous environment all around.
And when the syrup dried, you would stick to the whale. So once the wasps attacked us, you couldn't go anywhere. You were stuck.
Okay. And also, it was fucking gross.
Sure.
Because they had they'd rigged it so that the whale's heart was still beating. So on top of all this blood and stuff, the organs inside the whale were still moving around. It was, yeah. I've seen some shit, dude.
Thank you. What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
Hi, my name's Jeff. I'm from Linwood. My question is, throughout the series of The Boys, your characters go through a lot, to put it politely. Was there a moment of character development that really resonated with you?
Go for it.
Yeah, I think for me, at about season 3, it became really important to broaden Butch's goal and objective to not just be a story about revenge, about personal revenge. It had to be somewhat be sort of relatable on an existential level to an audience, to you guys. So to me, it's like, I always felt like, the quest for Butcher to stop Homelander had to become about that Homelander was an existential threat, that Butcher didn't want to see anybody else go through what he had been through or what his wife had been through, and the fact that Homelander was actually a threat to humanity that had to be taken down. And so, and I had many discussions with Kripke about it, and that was season 3 was the first time we sort of, at the same time where, it was sort of introduced that Butcher sort of was advocating basically genocide of all soups, that we needed a reset of humanity just to get the superheroes who are genetically modified corporate inventions, get them off our planet. And, so that to me was, I think, a really interesting and bold and smart choice, just to, like, you ostensibly, committed atrocities against my wife and I'm going to seek revenge upon you to... Yeah, you did that, but also this is the bigger issue here as it pertains to humanity. So I think that was really important because it's a pretty dark path that Butch is on, and this season he's off the leash. I've said this before. He's like a guided missile. Like every week, he is laser focused on taking down Homelander, and if that doesn't work, he's going to try that option. If that option doesn't work, he's going to try that option. And and then maybe go back to this option here, and better not stand in his way. It's do or die. Stakes couldn't be higher. You're in for a ride.
I have a moment also. Thanks for reminding me. Season 3 was when Mother's Milk explained the source of his OCD, and to this day, I still get at all these conventions, people coming up to me and thanking me for articulating to the world a little bit more depth behind OCD, that it's not just what you see on the surface, but that it's rooted in other forms of trauma, that, the symptom might be what you see, but the root of the symptom is something a lot deeper. And so I feel like we've been able to build on that and to show OCD as something that's real, something that deserves a certain amount of respect and thought, and that it's not just, yeah, I know.
Do you see there's a bit?
I know. Yesterday when he was signing autographs, I was arranging his markers.
He was arranging markers.
Yeah, by color. Yeah, I mean, it feels good to be able to represent something bigger than yourself and speak for a community of people that have felt like they haven't been able to really, their story hasn't been properly told. So it's been good to be able to do that.
Thank you.
Thank you. What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
How's it going? I'm Dave from here in Seattle.
Woo.
My question is to both of you have been in some incredible franchises, been on some awesome shows, some awesome movies. If there was any one proper costume that could mysteriously find its way into your suitcase, what would it be?
Well, I would say that Butcher's jacket mysteriously found its way into my suitcase. Actually, not so mysteriously. I asked for it and they gave it to me. They had about 20 of them, so. Yeah, it's interesting though, because you think, when you do a movie or a TV show and you think, I really want to take this, you live these characters' lives and they become a part of you and you want to take a memento and you take it home. And I have like a wardrobe and I've got shelves full of shit that I never wear, never touch, never play with, but they're just there and slowly like accumulating all this stuff. I think one day I'll probably have to do a charity auction or something to give it away, which is a really great idea. Butcher's jacket, I will, every now and then, I might just go up there and just chuck it on to see what that feels like.
Yeah, MM's jacket would probably be also included.
Did you get it?
I got it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
My name is Roman Gwynn. I'm from Spokane, Washington.
Woo.
And my question is for both of you. Since Jensen Ackles has joined the boys, I was wondering if there were any pranks he's tried to pull on you guys, or if, he's just any pranks he's tried to pull on you guys.
His biggest prank was agreeing to be on our show and then taking another show at the same time. So we had to shoot the final season of The Boys completely out of order because we were waiting for Jensen.
He got us good on that one.
Yeah, he got us good on that. But no, I don't think it's too much of a spoiler, but Jensen's storylines this season are sort of more intricately bound with Homelander. So we really didn't get too much interaction with him. So maybe that's an Ant Star question. I'll ask him if he pulled any pranks on Tony.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. Friends, this might be the last question. I just want everyone to emotionally prepare for that. If you're mad, my name is Ashley. You can complain in the post-show survey. What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
My name's Tina Belcher.
Yeah.
I'm from Seymour's Bay.
Yeah.
Woo!
If you had to assemble a team of cartoon characters, who would you pick to save the world?
Ooh.
You could choose me.
All right, Fred Flintstone. I'm gonna go. Who else? Maybe Roadrunner. Yeah, go
Throw a
Roadrunner.
Transformer in there.
Me.
Yeah.
Or two. A couple Autobots.
What are the little blue guys? Put a Smurf in
Smurfs.
there? Yeah.
Don't even say avatars.
All right, that'd be a smarter choice, wouldn't it?
I remember they called us Space Smurfs.
Space
Back in the
Smurfs.
day, yeah.
That's so rude.
So I think you're in good hands. I think that they'll be able to, those guys will be able to save the world.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Great work. Hey.
All right, this one will actually be the last question. Again, my name is Ashley. You can complain in the post-show survey. What is your name? Where are you from? What is your question? No pressure.
My name is Trinia. I'm from Kirkland.
Woo!
And question for both of you. I find a lot of times that music becomes pretty closely tied with characters and their story arcs. Are there any songs that you would consider to be like the theme song for your character?
Ooh, what a great question to go out on. Theme songs.
I would say a theme artist for MM would have been Public Enemy. For sure. Yeah.
I think Butcher's ethos, his spirit, I think is closely related to, the British culture. So you'd obviously, you'd have to think of, The Clash and Sex Pistols and, yeah, that sort of thing, London's Calling for sure. I also, when I was working on it, quite often Led Zepp was heavily on my playlist. Yeah, but I think that's sort of the zone that you need to be in.
Thank you so much. If you didn't get a chance to ask your questions, of course, our beautiful guests are here, I think, all show long. You here all weekend?
So we're here till Saturday, end of Saturday.
You're till the end of Saturday. So go down, tell your stories, take your pictures, and give it up once again for Laz Alonso and Karl Urban!
Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Seattle.